and welcome to another exciting episode of SME Hub, where we bring to you small and medium-scale enterprises that are doing exceptionally well in their fields. My name is Success Camelis. Today we are visiting 9ijakids. Who says learning can't be fun? Well, I'll show you and prove you wrong.
My name is Toyosi Adewusi, one of the 3 female co-founders of 9ijakids. The 9ijakids were founded by 3 women. Interestingly, we are sisters. So my son, who is a digital native, fell in love with the iPad and all devices. But when it came to his books, he was always struggling with it. So one day we decided to, develop some content for him. I discussed it with my sisters, and the 3 of us came together to form what is now called 9ijakids. So 9ijakids develops fun learning content for children from the age of 3 to 13. And simply, we just want to make learning fun and effortless. So we take topics in the curriculum, form them into little games that can be played on any of your device, your computer, your tablet, or your phone, so that children can learn in a way that is digital to them, fun and digital. When I look back, it's interesting to think that I'm working with children. I never thought it was something I was going to do. I remember wanting to be a teacher when I was young, but when I found out that teachers don't earn much, I quickly ran away from that career choice and decided to do something else. I then studied engineering. But my journey with children started with some of my own challenges. So I got married, we didn't have kids immediately. I then started volunteering as a teacher in church. And so that's really when I started my work as an educator. I have been volunteering for over 15 years, interestingly. And then I now work with an NGO that provides free education to children in underserved communities. So that's really where my love with developing content for children started. And then by the time I started having challenges with my youngest son in terms of trying to make this content more engaging, more fun. It just seemed as if I had been prepared for it all along. Who would have thought that all the things that I didn't think I was going to end up doing, I was going to do that. 9ijakids is 3 years. We've had a number of challenges. The first one was the mindset of parents and school when it came to technology and gamified learning. The other one, of course, is affordability of devices. A lot of children do not have, devices to use. We also have the affordability of the internet. Having to be on the internet, affordable internet is one of the challenges. And even in Nigeria, electricity is also one of the challenges when it came to, rolling out online learning. When we first started, we were about promoting Nigeria. So we did a lot of Nigerian products. We had a lot of games on Nigeria, or parts of Nigeria, about the past presidents, the history of Nigeria, food, the languages. We're very proud, to be Nigerian. We always say 9ijakids is proudly Nigerian. And then from there, we then extended to other things in academics, math, English, and science. And because we are really about the total development of the child, we then moved on to values like integrity, like honesty, things that are important for nation building. And of course, we know that children need to make money and be independent. So we also moved to financial literacy, teaching them about money, about investment and savings. And along that line, of doing games, we also saw the need to meet the needs of people that do not have devices, do not have content. And that's when we started with our activity books. So our activity books are really just bringing the same fun learning to life using various print. So we have, for children on coding, we have on financial literacy, on Nigeria, just things that are, fun, colorful, that makes learning such fun, because that's really what we're all about, fun learning.
palm fruit. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the up, open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again. My brother no waste time again. Just go buy banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447. 08035644436 07066638213. Banga fresh palm fruit extract.
So once the brainstorming has been done in terms of the content, it's now handed over to the development team. So the development team are the ones that then do their magic on the system and work on the graphics and bringing the content to life and the game. And that is headed by my co-founder yesterday. She's our creative genius. You know, I'm just I don't know what I do, brand and marketing. And so when they put it together, they develop the content, we then get it tested, and then it then joins the line of products in terms of one of the games. Currently, we have over 250 games, which we are so proud of that we've done in the past 3 years. We also have lots of worksheets. We now have short stories that we've done with always in an African context, always proudly Nigerian in all that we do. And we then go marketing it out to various schools, to parents. That's how we roll. So once the games have been developed, we then get people to provide quality assurance. So we have a group of teachers that friends and family that then look at it, apart from having a QA, quality assurance person who's also an educator that looks at the games. And then the final review really is done by the children. So we then have the children play the games and give us input. So my son, my children are part of our key, our key testers that then test the games and give us their feedback on the games, what they felt. Just having their own input is really the stamp that we need to ensure that our game meets the purpose. So when we first started, our focus was really on children in primary school. So that was the age of 5 to about 11 years. And then as we started, we got a lot of requests for people that their children were in nursery school, that's 3 to 5. And so that's what happened. We then moved down, moved that way and started doing for preschoolers, people that are 3 to 5. And then the pandemic happened, and then we then found a lot of parents that had their children in junior secondary school were also requesting that we help them with, fun content, especially during the pandemic, that's engaging. And that's when we then moved to junior secondary school. And so we then, published our first round of games for junior secondary school last year. And then this year, we've also done the next set of games for the junior secondary school. So our games now and our resources now are from 3, to 13. But who knows, whether we demand, we might be also looking at moving on to the senior secondary school as well. So STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. It's not really a new concept. The idea more about STEAM is the fact that none of these disciplines actually are stand alone in real life. So how do we bring this into the classroom, knowing that they're all integrated? And then what has happened is that there's a major drive by technology in terms of everything that we do. So it's no longer okay to actually teach children without technology. Look at even the simplest of jobs right now require a bit of technology. There's a bit of maths in everything, you know, there's a bit of arts and engineering, and that's really what STEAM does. It really helps to breed the next level of creative, innovative children that we actually need for the global economy, and especially for our country, Nigeria. So the feedback we got in the beginning was awesome. People are very happy, especially those that are children learn using digital content. We got lots of great feedback, but there was a constant feedback that we got, and one of that feedback was, but this thing is online, can it be offline? You know, data, I don't want my child online. So those were some of the initial feedbacks that we got, and then we then went back to the drawing board, you know, and worked on it to ensure that the games are such that you can start online and you can then have it offline. And then other feedbacks that came were in terms of other areas that people wanted us to touch. Oh, what about this? You know, that's when we had feedback for doing for people in nursery school. What about doing for social studies? What about doing for history? A lot of Nigerian content. And then we took all that in. And then some people wanted, okay, what if I don't want to always be on the device? What about a book, like an activity book, something that I can give my child? And that's when we also then did the activity book. So we've always realized the need to be very responsive to the feedback from our customers and implement it, and that has really helped us as an organization. So we are on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, and I think for us the main thing is really about giving value. You know, as a parent myself, I always want to have a source where the information that has to do with my child's learning is easily available. So when we put things on social media, we're always like, what value would a parent want as it relates to their children and the skill sets that they need for the 21st century? And that's really what drives a lot of our social media. So we also from there actually started a blog, and we're really about, as a parent, trying to train a 21st century child. What do you need? What do you need to know about in terms of screen time? What do you need to know about what skills? You know, all this extracurricular activity, how does it help? What other things should you be doing that your school might not be doing that will help your child to be prepared for the 21st century? And that's really a lot of what our content focuses on. What hacks, educational hacks, will make learning for your child easier? And that's a lot of what we drive in terms of our social media content. By the tail end of 2019, it was really a tough year. And we started having to rethink of our business model, because a lot of parents still were not very excited with technology and gamified learning. I'll be honest and say that as we entered 2020, I was praying and said, God, we need one major government policy that would just wave a magic stick and make EdTech, something hot. And what happened? The pandemic then happened, and that was, just to be honest, answered prayers. So suddenly people could not go to school, people had to look online, people had to look to digital content, and then what I would like to say, the forgotten child became the favorite child, and that's really our story of the pandemic. So in the pandemic, we were like hot cake. People now needed digital content, and the interesting thing about digital content was that they started the initial boring kind to talk in front of the children, but they realized they couldn't engage them and needed something that was exciting, that was fun, full of color, gamified, and they realized that we were their answer. We were the Panadol that they were looking for the headache. So we saw the pandemic open up new opportunities for us as EdTech, for new collaborations, for us to even explore new avenues that we hadn't thought about. Honestly, 2020 for us was a year that we worked non-stop as an organization. It was overwhelming, and we're really grateful to the pandemic. So now the good thing about it, post-pandemic, people realize that they still need to have digital training, digital learning as part of their key curriculum. And people are more, the mindset change that we're struggling against, it's now a different shift. So everything concerning the pandemic, to be honest, really worked in our favor. And we are so excited at, what the future holds for us as a company. So when it comes to partnership, honestly, the entrepreneur journey is just one you should not take alone. I strongly believe that if you want to go far, you need to go with other people, and there should be a lot more collaboration, not competition in the space. So we have partnered with a number of EdTech companies in our journey. Recently we partnered, during the pandemic actually, we partnered with Safety Chick on safety education. We came up with a safety game that we worked together, collaborated together to do bring about the gain. We've also worked with a number of other edtech companies who have one kind of content. So for instance, they have video and realize that they need additional, a different type of content for their audience. So we're currently with a number of partnerships in terms of bringing our games to their own platform. Recently, we also partnered with other people, like one of our STEM initiative is partnering with two wonderful ladies in STEM, STEM Met and EduFun Technique, in terms of bringing our fun, engaging content to various children. And one of the people we really love to partner with, honestly, is in terms of with government. And one of the main reasons for partnering with government is because they have a wider reach of people that they can also get to. One of the good things that we've also done is to partner with corporates. We've had quite a number of corporates come partner with us in terms of reaching out and getting the fun content across to the children. During the pandemic, we partnered with Access Bank and we're able to bring a lot of the fun games to their own customer base. And then we've also gone on to partner with a lot of other corporates, and a lot of it has really happened post-pandemic because people now see that beyond the normal physical content they were chasing, they can actually do digital content. And the beautiful thing about digital content is that it can reach a whole lot of people, just using the same thing. So it's really been wonderful. Partnership is something that we'll continue to explore. More corporates, we're looking to partner with more corporates, more educational technology companies, as well as partner with government, at the primary school and secondary school level. When we're looking at the next few years, one of the things that the pandemic taught us was how we can go outside of Nigeria. So currently we are in talks and partnership to bring our content outside of the country. We're currently looking at how to translate it to Arabic so that we can meet for those in the northern part of Africa, and we're also doing French translation for the francophone countries. So a lot of it is really about bringing Africa to Africa and also to the world. So we see a lot of those kind of collaborations happening, and not just for our games, but for our worksheets, our short stories, portraying all that's African from a different perspective. So for us, next couple of years is watch out world as we bring 9ijakids to the world. So 9ijakids is available on the stores, so you can find us on the Apple Store, the Google Play Store, on Windows, or the Amazon Store. You can also check out our website at 9ijakids.com. Check us on various social media handles. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. I'm also on LinkedIn. My advice to parents, honestly, is that technology is a key part of education today. If your children are not leveraging on technology as they are being educated, then you're really not preparing your child for the 21st century. And remember that education and technology is not really about consuming. It's really about what your child can do with the technology at their hands. What can they create? So really look at how they can use technology and use education to create. Education is no longer, engineer, lawyer. No, it's really changed. We have people that are doing awesome things on YouTube. We have people that are doing awesome things at blogging. We have people that are doing awesome things that are creating codes and apps. And a lot of these people didn't have an engineering background. Some people are doing breakthroughs with apps in medicine and they don't have medical backgrounds. What do they have? They have the use of technology. They are creators, problem solvers. They are innovators. That is really what the world is moving towards. And ensure that your child is not about cramming. It's not about being able to pour down and get A's. It's really about what 21st century skills do they have that will allow them to succeed in the future.
And so limiting your children to conventional and very stringent means of learning might only leave them unprepared for the challenges this new era is sure to bring. Learning is a process of discovery and it sure can be fun. This is what 9ijakids as a brand has done and dusted. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode. Make sure to follow iBrandTV on all social media platforms. We are streaming live on YouTube. Make sure to check us out, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until we come your way next time, if you are an SME, SME Hub will find you. My name is Success Caminus. Goodbye.